Well, greetings and salutations, one and all, to the Super Review Show's mixed bag, coming to you live from many caves. As always, I am joined by the panel of panelists from the Super Review Show, Bill and Allie. What are you guys doing on? What's going on,
What's
guys?
up, folks?
I
Good to have Allie back. I know she's been hard at work, but we're glad to have her back on the podcast once again. Thank you for.
Because you know what they say, JT? Because
She works hard for her money, so you better treat her right.
We're doing great already, guys. Don't worry.
maybe I should have kept working all night. I don't know.
She already-
Oh, good to see you too.
Yes, she already regrets coming back on the show.
I'd
No.
already have my Advent thing going on, which people should check out.
Yes, check out on our YouTube channel for those of you
Speaking
who
of
watch.
Advent, guess what today begins?
What does it begin, Bill?
Today begins our second annual Six Bag Holiday Extravaganza.
Yes. Ring out the
Made it
ho
by
ho
yours
ho.
truly. You're welcome.
Yes,
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Oh dear God. Here we go. So
With
No,
the
but-
kids jingle belling.
don't sue us. Is he dead? I'm not sure if he's Andy Williams is dead or not. But
No, yeah, he died a couple years ago.
okay, either way. So all right, good.
Don't
time.
the family of Andy Williams, please don't sue us.
Yes, because they own the rights
They do.
and they make a lot of money. So, anyways, we digress. But welcome to our second annual holiday extravaganza right here on the Super Review Show's mixed bag. We thought of a really good topic for you guys, and we think that you'd like it a lot. So, but what is our topic for that we came up with?
Well, I have a question I want to ask the good people here.
Yes, Bill. What does the good people say?
Are you tired of listening to All I Want for Christmas Is You 9,867,000 times a year?
Am I tired of listening to any holiday music from November to December 26th?
Are you tired of just, and by December 24th, by the time you've heard all those songs, whatever it be, whether it be All I Want for Christmas Is You, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
Frosty the Snowman,
Snowman,
Santa Baby.
Santa Claus,
Aren't you having a migraine?
don't you want to just beat your head on something and just pray for December 26th? Actually, no, these stations, MFers, they go till New Year's.
Oh,
Well,
that's the
what
That
worst.
makes you pray until January 2nd when you get, or whenever in January when you go back from work after your long holiday break and turn on the radio station and realize that your Light FM station, who's been playing Christmas music since November, has finally stopped, and they go back to playing the others, and they go back to playing the soulless adult contemporary they play 11 months of the year, or the other 10 months of the year.
Yep.
So to
And
paraphrase
then you
everything,
breathe a sigh. You're sad because the holidays are over, but you breathe a sigh of relief. Because whatever those songs are, you don't have to hear them again for another year. But we've decided to go a different direction today. Last year we did do the most hated Christmas songs. If you want to go check that out, go do it.
yes.
But this year we're going to talk about songs that are sort of underappreciated. These are the songs that don't get airplay on your local Light FM station, or if they do get airplay, it's not that much.
Correct.
So our topic today is our top 5 underrated Christmas songs.
Yes. Top 5 underrated Christmas songs to
Do
celebrate.
we also have Hanukkah songs too?
Okay, I could deal with that.
That's my
Adam-
little Koki bear.
Adam Sandler.
The best investment of $5
Oh boy.
after the day after Christmas.
Hanukkah Bear, meet Saint Nick.
So,
Come on, bring it up to the camera. I want to see this.
Come
oh
on.
boy, we do the show live over Zoom, ladies and gentlemen. So, no,
See, they're getting along.
oh boy.
You
So,
think
And now
anyway,
people
It's
think we probably
crazy.
lost our minds.
probably. But no, in all seriousness, though, our topic after that very long-winded explanation, our top 5 underrated Christmas songs, and we're excited to bring to you the songs that don't make the radio during this time of year. Like,
Or if they do, they don't play.
Well, we'll explain our list. We don't want to spoil anything.
we're not going to spoil anything. We'll explain in a moment what we mean
Just
by.
like people spoiling what happens in Wicked.
Oh well.
I know what
unless you've seen
happened.
the
Stuff
musical.
happened. I didn't see it yet, so nobody spoil it for me, or you will get penalized by something I can't. Something.
Okay,
can't even think
I
of.
can spoil it for you right now.
No,
There's 2 parts That's your spoiler.
Yeah,
Go
there
to
you go.
bed. Get out. God bless. Merry Christmas. But anyway, all right. You know what? I think people have had enough of our shenanigans. I think it's time we get to the list.
It's time we get to the list, shall
Well,
we? So,
first,
anyways,
I have some honorable mentions. So do you, JT, right?
I only have really one honorable
I have
mention.
two.
All right, so
I
let's
don't
go.
have, again, doing this last second.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Bill, let's start with you, shall we? What is your first? Why don't you blow through both of your honorable mentions? What do you got?
Okay. My first honorable mention is a Louis Armstrong song. It's called "Is That You, Santa Claus?"
Ah, great one.
I I don't know if you've ever heard this. It has this. Kind of has like this dark kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
And you hear Louis Armstrong's trademark raspy voice. Hey, in my stocking out there, is that you, Santa Claus? Dun, 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 dun. It has that very slow, eerie feeling as
Yes.
someone who's just stepping outside to see who's there. And I really do enjoy the song. My second honorable mention is a song from The Killers. It's called
Okay.
"Don't Shoot Me, Santa."
Um, I know this one. Good for you. Go on.
For those of you who don't know me, The Killers are one of my favorite bands. I've seen them in concert.
Yes, we have.
And the song, I think, was so funny. It's about a kid who said he's been so good and telling and asking Santa not to shoot him. And Brandon Flowers' vocals just make it so convinced. It's like, don't shoot me, Santa, but I've been a really good boy. I've done everything I'm supposed to do. And because you know what it is, it's like, to me, this is like if grandma got run over by a reindeer was done right. And what I mean by that is that, listen, you can go listen to that again on the most hated Christmas songs video that we did last year.
Yep.
Because grandma got run over by a reindeer. It's dark. It just sounds so stupid. Because, by the way, grandma's dead, by the way. Because it makes it sound like grandma got run over by a reindeer walking over from our house Christmas Eve. Like you, even though it has that funny style to it, it still makes you feel uneasy. While here, okay, yeah, it has that darker tone, but at the same time, you can laugh about how ridiculous this sounds.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's what makes this a better song. Again, this is what if Grandma got run over by a reindeer was done right. All right, J-Man, what's your honorable mention?
Well, my honorable mention, Bill, is actually not really necessarily a Christmas song, but it still goes along with the holiday season. And nonetheless, it's time to put on your yarmulke, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for
I
Hanukkah.
have that somewhere on my list. Which
Yes.
part though? Which part?
Just the whole song. I mean, the oh no, the
There's
whatever.
5 parts to it. You know that.
Yes, I'm sorry. So I'm
Or
gonna say all five.
6.
So the Hanukkah song, not the
Now
Hanukkah.
put on your yarmulke. Here comes Hanukkah.
Adam Sandler.
Da,
Sorry,
da,
I'm typing it.
da, 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 da. Celebrate Hanukkah. And we realized that also it's very factual of the Jews who celebrate Hanukkah.
There
Yes.
we go. Who's not a
O.J.
Jew?
Simpson, not a Jew.
Kanye West.
Not a Jew.
Go away.
Go away. This is great. Needless to say, this was an incredible SNL thing that they did back. I forget when it came out.
93?
93? Oh,
It's over 30
Marone.
years old. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up right now.
94. 94.
94?
It says right here.
Oh, it's 30 years old.
It's officially, wow, the Hanukkah song is 30 years old that Adam Sandler sung, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. So, but this is a great, if you've never heard, okay, if you've never heard the Adam Sandler Hanukkah song, do yourself a favor and listen to this one song.
But
This
just
is
remember, there are so many.
yeah, there's a bunch.
Well, we know who's not a Jew. O.J. Simpson, not a Jew.
Yes.
But you know who else? But you know who is?
Rod Carew.
He converted.
And remember, Tom Cruise isn't Jewish, but we know his agent is.
That's right. That's so true.
So drink your gin and tonica and smoke your marijuana.
Marijuana.
But
Yes.
Jared from Subway, god damn it, he's a Jew.
That's so funny. I love this.
Oh,
This
it
is just-
says Ross and Phoebe from Friends say the Hanukkah blessing.
there's just so much fun with this. There's so much fun to be had with this one. Like, it's because he's right. There are so many Christmas songs. Why are there nothing for the Jewish people? And there you go. He made the Hanukkah song. If you've never heard it and you're younger than the age of 20, you've never heard this,
Get on it.
get on it,
Yes.
kids. Literally, it's so funny.
Oh my god, it's
You
like
know,
It's a highlight.
all the Beastie Boys are Jewish. Lenny Kravitz is half Jewish, and Courtney Love is half too.
So put on your yarmulke. It's time for Hanukkah.
O.J. Simpson's still not a Jew.
They
The
really
guy who
are.
does the voice for Scooby Doo, Bob Dylan, born a Jew, but then he wasn't, but now he's back.
Yes, exactly.
There's so many parts to this.
Oh my God.
but you know, it's right that we have so many Christmas songs, and I'm not Jewish, but you know, why aren't there a lot of like, you know, for a while there the only Hanukkah songs I think about are this one and the, you know, dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay.
No, there are, but a lot of it is in Hebrew.
Well, you know what's a good Hanukkah song? And I know the Bare Naked Ladies have covered it.
Okay.
It's a song, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, light the menorah, da 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 da. Let's all do the horror. That song. No one else has heard that song besides me, have they?
I have not. Sorry, Bill. Sorry, bud. Drawing a blank there, but that's okay.
Okay.
But that's my honorable mention is the Hanukkah song from Adam Sandler.
And that's probably my number 5.
Okay, so Ali, you want to go down the list like this? We'll go that way.
Yeah.
What are we gonna go number 5 around?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Allie. So is this your number 5? You said.
Yeah, I mean, I have it in no order, so.
Oh, you have no order. Okay, that's fine. So, but do you want to share any love for this at all, or do you have anything else to say for it?
I already said a lot. Just have a
Okay.
happy, 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 happy Hanukkah.
Yes, not Chanukah, everyone. It's Hanukkah. So some of my dear friends are Jewish, and they celebrate
Mine
Hanukkah
too.
dearly. So there you go. Anyways, wait, guys, let's jump over to our number. Bill, you're number 5.
Okay, my number 5. I was actually debating, was I going to put this one or the Killers on this one? And just because I've heard this song more, I'm putting this at number 5. It's from our favorite Boston Irish punk band, Dropkick Murphys.
Okay.
It's a song called The Seasons Upon Us.
Mm.
The seasons upon us. I've never heard this. You're gonna have to enlighten me. Go ahead.
Okay, so the song is it, you know what? It shares like the more cynical side of Christmas. Like, or any holiday in general. Some of us love being with our family. Others of us, we have about 1,000 things we'd rather do. But this song, okay, it starts with the season's upon us. It's that time of year, brandy and eggnog and plenty of cheer. And then this part goes, some families are messed up while some are fine. You think your family's crazy, guess what? Then you should meet mine. And he just like lists about what he hates about his family, goes, my sisters are whack jobs. I wish I had none. Their husbands are losers and so are their sons. And he goes, I'd rather be alone, distraught, and depressed. And saying, my nephew's a wise, smart little twit. He gave me a box full of... Put 2 and 2 together, folks.
Okay. No.
And it says, he throws icy snowballs at carols. I like to take them out back and deck more than the halls. So the song has the just the typical Boston Irish do 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 do. And he goes, they call this Christmas where I'm from, and saying that the family is such a mess. And at the end, you could keep your presents, good wishes, and happy new year. They call this Christmas where I just love this is like the more cynical side. You could tell this was written by someone who hates being with his family on Christmas.
Hmm.
I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that too.
Yeah, and I think you know what? Because they do play it for laughs, but the song is very relatable. Because how many of you out there, now that we're in the holiday season, we just had Thanksgiving last week, we got Christmas in the rearview mirror. How many of you thinking, oh crap, I gotta spend Christmas with my family? Shit.
Yep.
Like, how many of you have that feeling? Like,
Me.
oh, I spent Thanksgiving with my family. Oh, they weren't too bad, but oh God, I gotta hear my cousin. I gotta hear my aunt, my uncle, my niece, my nephew. Oh my God, let's just end it, please. But and okay, let's just say this is not a song you're gonna be hearing on your local adult contemporary station anymore
Nope.
anytime soon because this song, let's just say it's a song I really wouldn't be playing if there's children present. So yeah, that is my number 5, "The Season's Upon Us" by Dropkick Murphys. J-Man, over to you.
Over to me, ladies and germs, children of all ages. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, kids. Hopefully you're all ready for this. My number 5, believe it or not, is actually it's a what the kids nowadays don't know what this is because there's so many hit songs on the radio. Um Basically, my one of my favorite Christmas albums, kids, is the Beach Boys Christmas album. And it's not
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
okay. I actually recently purchased it on vinyl too. I added it to the J vinyl collection at the J Cave, so I
Please
can
respect the J property.
please be respectful of the J property in the J Cave. But needless to say though, I actually um, purchased this vinyl, and there's a deep cut on there that gets no light. Out of the 10 or 9 songs on there, this one gets no light, and it's so tongue in cheek and it's so brilliant. It's called Santa's Beard, the Beach Boys.
Oh.
This song depicts a Christmas story when songs had stories, kids. When Santa's Beard is about a kid going to the mall, sitting on Santa's lap and ripping off the beard. And it's so tongue in cheek funny. I love this song to death. It would never get played on radio because it's like it would have, but if it was a hit, but it's not as well known as Little Saint Nick, Frosty the Snowman, or Santa Claus is Coming to Town off that record too. But this is a deep cut that Brian Wilson of the band wrote, that the Beach Boys wrote. It's called Santa's Beard. And my God, it's so funny. It's like, I want to meet Santa. And then it's like, next thing you know, it's like he's ripping off Santa's beard at the mall in the song. It's so, if you've never heard the song, okay, if you never heard the song Santa's Beard by the Beach Boys, do yourself a favor and listen to it. If you never heard the Beach Boys Christmas album in full, listen to it. And it's incredible. And it's a fantastic Christmas album classic. I actually did a Rock Talk episode about this album back, you think a year or two ago, around this time of year too, for our YouTube channel. But yeah, please check it out. But yeah, Santa's Beard by the Beach Boys. Please check it out. It's one of my favorite deep cuts on that record. It's more than just Blue Christmas. It's more than just White Christmas. It's an actual original Christmas song that's like 2 minutes long. It's really sweet and funny. That's my number 5. Allie, what do you got for number 5?
All right. So here's the
Or-
fun fact for my next one.
What do you got?
I literally heard this when I was working today on my Spotify playlist.
Okay.
Number 4, wouldn't it be? Because she.
Oh, sorry, it's your 4. I mean, because you do the
Yeah,
hype.
I know.
Sorry. go on.
So for me, I feel like The Muppets Christmas Carol is always going to be one of the most underrated Christmas movies. The song I listened to was "It Feels Like Christmas." from there. You know, it's a singing of a street corner choir, getting home and sitting warm by the fire. It's true wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas.
Christmas, it is the season of the heart.
Like, it just feels so warm inside. And it puts a little smile on your face. And like, if you watch the movie, this is probably one of my favorite scenes in it. The Ghost of Christmas Present, who was Jerry Nelson, God bless him. And like this real human, like Muppet character, Michael Caine, who pretty much, again, my favorite Scrooge. Like, you actually saw him just smile and get into the Christmas spirit. And seeing all these human actors dancing around, it felt like you were ready to celebrate Christmas with the Muppets.
Like, I will admit, I do make fun of Michael Caine a little bit when he does that.
It's like, hey, I'm like, it's the only Scrooge who just lets loose.
It's in the singing of the street corner choir. Go home because it's getting warm by the fire. Wherever. This is one of those wholesome scenes in the movie that just puts a smile on my face.
And it's also a wholesome song. Like, it's in a giving of a gift to another. It's like, it spreads the message that wherever you find love, it's always going to feel like Christmas. Whether that's love from others, giving to others, spreading kindness.
The season
Love yourself.
A special time of caring. I'm sorry, I love that song. And I love the movie too. As I had said before here, this is probably my favorite adaptation of A Christmas Carol.
There's no other adaptation that's actually good, not only for children, for the adults too. It's like,
Did you know what I always say about the Muppet Christmas Carol? Like the Mickey Christmas Carol is like good to start off to introduce kids to A Christmas Carol. I would say the Muppet Christmas Carol is like the next step up. But nah, I love this song. I love all the songs in Muppet Christmas Carol.
I feel like we're going to be mentioning it a lot this Christmas season.
You know what my favorite song from Muppet Christmas Carol is? The song Thankful Heart. The one he sings.
Oh, that's a good one too.
That is just a song that at the end, when he's changed and he's just like singing about what he's learned. My God, I'm like getting teary-eyed just thinking about this movie.
That's always my tradition every year. I gotta watch Muppet Christmas Carol sometime.
Me too.
Maybe we
What
could do it as
party?
a live stream watch along.
Oh, we could with this one problem.
Copyright.
Copyright.
Yeah,
So
thank
that
you.
means you, JT, Justin, and Catherine are gonna have to watch without me, and I'll just have to come in and listen.
We're gonna have to.
And we're gonna have to do because who are the Muppets owned by?
Disney.
Mouse.
And you know them. They take no prisoners. Okay, but this is an interesting pick.
I just think it's honestly, how come this has never been played? Like, we get Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh, don't remind me.
We get the Peanuts. Why do we not get the Muppets? Except for John Denver's 12 Days of Christmas. Why do we not get more of them?
You know, right?
Yep.
I yield.
Okay, so it's on to my number 4.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. JT, my number 4 is your boy, Brian Adams.
Ah,
Everything I do.
Christmas Time.
Oh.
there's something about Christmas time. I listened to this today, actually. They don't play that often. I'm surprised.
Yeah. You know what?
I
The
heard this
whole
live, too.
song is just. It is one of those songs that puts a smile on your face about just the joy of Christmas. Just the joy of Christmas.
Yeah.
And it's a very simple song saying the way that the children smile, the way that the old folks smile. It's just about how Christmas evolves throughout time. From when we're young to when we're older. And this song, how as we get older, we're never going to lose times the love we have for Christmas.
Hmm.
And you know what? I'm actually shocked they don't really play this song on the radio so much.
I am too. I'm gonna be honest.
Like I may have heard it a few times, but on the radio, but I don't, and I know Brian Adams is JT's boy.
I've talked to him actually. I really have, and people doubt me on that. I really have spoken to him over our social media pages. I'm not even kidding.
I'm skeptical.
I know you are, but I have proof. I have,
Okay, JT, you've talked to him. Now you sit right here. We're gonna get a nice man with a nice big net.
oh, dear God. No,
Um,
I'm being serious, but go on.
but anyway, but no, I really like the song. And it's just a nice song about, again, the love of Christmas as we age and just, about how everyone loves this time of year. All
It's
right.
true.
All right. I
My,
yield.
my,
JT.
my number
Um,
4, right?
yeah.
Believe it or not, Bill, this might surprise some of you guys at home, but to be honest, it might come as a surprise, but the Kinks did a Christmas song.
Father
Hmm.
Christmas.
Father Christmas is my number 5.
Why?
Father Christmas. It's a song about depicting how the Father Christmas, give us some money. When I was young, the lyrics are like, I used to believe in Santa Claus, but I knew it was my dad. It's a tongue in cheek kind of thing. It's great, but I love it. It's a great rockin' Christmas song. Very, very, very underplayed on the radio completely. It's just such a great, like, it's just such a great song to hear and enjoy during the holiday season specifically. It's so underappreciated. It's a great Christmas rock song, more than just Run Run Rudolph or Little Saint Nick or even like the Beatles' Christmas Time is Here Again. It's one of those things. It's very underappreciated by today's standards. Father Christmas. If you've never heard the song Father Christmas by the Kinks, Kinks, the Kinks, get on it. They're a great band too. So if you haven't dive into their catalog, dive into their catalog too. But this is a great Christmas song by them. And needless to say, I love it. It's fantastic. And that is my number 4 for this top 5 underrated Christmas songs. Uh, Ali, what do you got for your number 3, correct?
Yeah.
What do you got?
All right. So for me, I mean, I don't care what the neighbors say. Christmas time is here. All I know is that Santa's sleigh is making its way to the USA. I wish it was Christmas today. I wish it was Christmas today. I originally heard this song from SNL.
Okay. Go
Like
on.
every year, like I don't know. Like this is the original one I've heard. It was by Julian. Hold on, let me get the name of it. Gotta pull it up. But pretty much Jimmy Fallon, Horatio Sands, Chris Kattan, and good old Tracy Morgan did a little skit every year, well, for a few years, where they were playing this song. I think they did it once in the Tonight Show with Ariana Grande in it. Um, Hold on one second.
Take your time.
Yeah, it was by Julian Casablancas. Kind of like an 80s Christmas song. Oh, wait, it was released in 2009. Actually, this was an oh wow, I didn't know this. This song was actually an original SNL song that was performed 24 years ago.
Wow. In the year 2000.
I didn't know that. Mhm. But it's so funny. It's so hilarious. And all the movements that they do together. You see Chris Kattan and Tracy Morgan just stone faced the whole time. Jimmy Fallon always smiling. And Horatio's playing that little ukulele guitar. And they did it, I
Amazing.
think, 5 times. Yeah, they did it 5 times on Saturday Night Live and one time on the Jimmy Fallon show.
Okay. Cool.
I'm surprised this one's never even gets to be played as well.
Yeah, surprisingly. So,
Really?
yeah,
Like
crazy.
I've only heard him once, like by Julian Casablancas in like one of those Volkswagen commercials for the holidays
Yeah.
years ago, but that's it.
Hmm. Wow.
I hope Jimmy does this again for Christmas. Because I
I
know
hope he does too.
he actually has an album coming out for the holidays.
He does. Oh, that's great.
Just bring him back one more time.
Bring
Or
him
bring him
back one
back
more
next year for the
time.
25th anniversary.
Why not? Next year, 25 years of I Wish It Was Christmas Today from
Yep.
SNL. I like it. This is your
Speaking of
number.
SNL, 50 years is coming up too in February. I can't wait.
This is your number three, right?
This is my number three.
Okay, cool. Bill.
All right. My number three is Thank God It's Christmas by Queen.
Oh.
By Queen. Go on.
Okay, first of all, it is the vocals of the late great Freddie Mercury, the greatest vocalist in rock music. If anyone wants to fight me on it, name the place and the time, I'll be there. But anyway, the song is about a couple who's had a kind of a rough year, but they're like, hey, you know what? Thank God it's Christmas. And singing about, basically how Christmas is bringing out the best of us. And Freddie's vocals just, Freddie's vocals just absolutely knock it out of the park. Freddie's vocals just knock it out of the park. And I love that, it kind of has sort of that strong timber, that strong, hey, babe, it's okay. You know what? We've had a rough year, but you know what? Thank God it's Christmas and we're here together and I'm spending it with you. And and of course the backing by Brian May, Roger Taylor, and all of them. This song is it's something. It really is. And I'm surprised this song doesn't get a lot of airplay. And have you guys ever heard this song before?
I have.
Yeah, it's very good. And like I said, Freddie's vocals just knock it out of the park. It's awesome. All right, I yield.
Over to me.
Yeah, over to you.
Number three.
Yep.
Well, as I look at my notes really quick, aside from the ones that they always play on contemporary radio, I'm talking today about my number three, Bill and Allie, is not, it's an Elvis Presley track, but it's not Blue Christmas and it's not centered.
Oh. So you won't have a blue Christmas?
Well, depending which way you look at it. But let me explain. It's called Elvis Presley. Santa Claus is back in town.
No.
It's the opening track to his Christmas album from I think 57, 56. Well,
Wow.
it's one of the earliest Christmas albums out there. No, this is it's not played at all on Christmas stations or you know what I mean, or nothing like that. It's actually a really underappreciated. It's not Santa Claus is coming to town. It's Santa Claus is back in town. It's a 50s rock and roll slower tempo song, but it's very much him and it's very underappreciated by today's standards. It's very underrated, hence why I chose it as my number three. But still, it's very a strong um it's just a underappreciated, overlooked and underappreciated song of his from his Christmas album, the Elvis's Christmas album. Fantastic. I love it. I actually, when I worked in radio at one point, I actually played this for during the holidays, and the people who are listening are like, What is that?" I said, "You've never heard the song Santa Claus is Back in Town by Elvis Presley?" And like, "No." I'm like, "Well, now you did." So there you go. But needless to say, though, Santa Claus is Back in Town by Elvis Presley, a fantastic, underappreciated by every stretch of the imagination Christmas song. But yeah, that's my number three. Allie, what do you got for number two?
All right. I kind of find this a little underrated. I mean, they play it like once in a blue moon on radio, but just the Christmas song, chestnuts roasting on an open fire,
Yeah.
Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Like, when do you ever hear this song during the holidays?
Well, you hear the Nat King Cole version.
Right. That's like how many times you hear it though. That's my question. I don't think you hear it as often as like Jingle Bells, as often as Feliz Navidad, as often as some of those Come All Ye Faithful, Away in a Manger, Little Drummer Boy. Like you hear those more than you hear this.
Okay, I can see what you're getting at.
That's why I feel like this is more underrated than those. Because actually, this song is, I just looked this up. This song's going to be 80 years old next year, too.
Really?
Yeah. And they actually wrote the lyrics on a hot summer day.
That's actually kind of funny.
I know. It just seems so like more like a picturesque view of what the holidays would look like an average holiday would look like.
It's just the depiction. I could see somebody writing this in the summer. They're just like when it's like 100 degrees out, and they're just like imagining chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost, just imagining a winter scene when you're like sweating your you know what off.
Yep. Like this song for me, it's like it's a visualization for your brain in some ways. It's like you're part of the story. You're seeing what it's like to be in this time of year.
And it's so descriptive.
I mean, compared to other songs that everyone sings. Not, you have anything else to say about this, Bill?
Nah, I love the Nat King Cole version.
I just hope people barely sing this song.
Jack Frost nipping at your
But I
nose.
yield.
Okay. So it's on to me, my number two. Okay, I gotta give a little bit disclaimer here. The song I'm about to talk about includes some offensive language.
Is it Ludacrismus?
No,
Oh, it's not my list, anyways.
but I just want to say I do not endorse any of the language that is used in this song. And when it is played on the radio, it is censored.
No.
And the song is, and I want to dedicate this to Dr. Matt Hemsley. This is actually a favorite of his, believe it or not. And it's the Pogue song, Fairy Tale of New York.
Mm,
Okay, this is when I ask, have you guys ever heard this song before?
no.
J-Man.
I have just
Okay,
one, just once.
okay. The song is about, it is kind of like the Dropkick Murphys song. This is sort of more of a cynic. It's about it's by the Irish band The Pogues. It's about band. It's about a couple that it's about a couple that emigrated from Ireland to New York. That emigrated from Ireland to New York, and how they're basically flat out broke. and it's Christmas Eve, but they and they're and they basically get into this giant argument. They're berating each other, but they're singing about how, hey, you know what? It's rough, but it's Christmas. And, how they're trying to find the good side in this. And, but the song is really, I just really love this part where you could hear like this sort of choiry thing goes, the boys of the NYPD choir was singing Galway Bay, and the bells rang out. It's Christmas Day. But yeah, the song it's a very and and because the husband is basically drunk. The husband is basically drunk through the song, saying that they slept off in what's called a drunk tank, which was basically a jail cell for when they put where they put random drunk people they found on the streets. And the song is, sung by Shane MacGowan. Rest in peace. He passed away last year. And I forgot the girl's name, but it's like a call. What I like is you can say that you could tell that these two are arguing in this song. Kelly McCall, that's her song. That's her name. It's a dialogue, but they're like arguing with each other. And then okay, okay, I don't know how far I want to go with this language.
Keep it PG-13.
Okay. It's the part where they go, you're a bum, you're a punk, you're old. It rhymes with rut. It rhymes with, you know what? I'll say it. Go, you're an old slut on junk. Doesn't that put you in the holiday spirit? And later a rather offensive word. But you know what the thing is? I think it's underrated from the US perspective. Like I said, I like the back and forth between Kelly McCall and Shane MacGowan. Like the argument, I love it. But the problem is the reason why I would say it's underrated here in the US, because in the UK and in Ireland, it's a big hit. Like it is viewed as a Christmas favorite. But I think the reason is because of the language, and another word, I'm not going to even give dignity to this word. I think maybe this is why they don't play it on your local Light FM station. I think there's a very good reason they don't play this song on your local Light FM station.
Why is that, Bill?
Because of the use of certain language.
Makes sense.
Because over in the UK, they tend to be a little more lax.
Lenient.
Like their statement is, okay, the best way to describe it, their attitude is, if you don't like it, if you don't like it, change the channel. Their attitude is, if you don't like it, change the channel. Like here we have the FCC and all that. And also that word, which again, I'm not going to give dignity to what that word is, but it's a slur that could be offensive. And I think if they do play it in the US, they're going to have to they're gonna have to hit the dump button a few times. Or have a censored version because the word they have, that word, it's not a word anyone should use to describe someone. But no, I really do like this song. And again, shout out to Dr. Hemsley. This is actually a personal favorite of his. And that no, that doesn't say anything about him, I promise. He's a good guy. Um, but no, this song is I really actually do like this song. So yeah, my number two is Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues. All right. J-Man, over to you. You're number two.
My number two. Believe it or not, Bill, you touched on this man before, but I'm going to be touching on him again. That sounded very strange of me. But anyways, it's Bryan Adams again, but it's not Christmas time. He released a Christmas EP actually in 2019. There's a song on there I really do like, called Joe and Mary.
Hmm.
It's on the Christmas EP from 2019, and it's actually about Joe and Mary, Jesus' parents. It is a Christmas song. It's on the Christmas EP, and I actually really like it. It's a very I dig this one. Mom and Dad, this one's for you.
Oh,
But in all seriousness, though, this is one for the books. I actually it's very underappreciated. This Christmas EP is like only 5 songs. It's great, but I like it a lot. It's a very good song in general. I'm surprised that no one plays Bryan Adams Christmas music in general. Like it's just kind of mind-boggling. A lot of people don't play him in general, which kind of sucks. But Bryan Adams Christmas time should be played a lot more than it has been lately. But this one is a very underrated cut of his off the Christmas EP from 2019. Great, 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 great cut. Love it. I love it. Great. That's my number, but it's not my number one though. Not my number one, but we'll get that in a little bit. Allie, what do you got for your number one?
Um, I mean, I'm trying to figure that out. It's like it's so hard because there's like so many like I don't know because I'm not a big holiday Christmas listener. But there is I want to say this last one I had is mildly underrated, but it's still played a good amount of times. And it's Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time. Like I kind of say it's a little over, but it's also not underrated. You know what I mean? Like it's underrated in a way, but at the same time, you get what I'm saying, right, Bill?
I get what you're saying. It's kind of properly rated.
Yeah. Like it's actually, although yes, might be a little underrated compared to other songs that they're always playing. This last song I have is actually the perfect amount.
Okay.
Although this is also an earworm to me, even in like the months of April and May.
Same. Not gonna lie.
That it comes up in April and May.
No, it doesn't. It just after the holiday season, this one kind of like pops in my head for whatever reason. Not sure why, but it just does.
I just like saying, I don't know, like
This era of Paul McCartney too is very synthesizer heavy.
yeah.
So that's why this would be a lot of radio stations just started playing this song. So that's why he
I
became.
mean, you hear it, and again, it's like what I said for the Christmas song. How often do you hear compared to like Feliz Navidad, compared to Jingle Bells, compared to the Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas song,
Not
compared
as
to the
much.
Grinch song?
This one not as much. I will say that.
That's why I'm saying you compare it. It's like
It's accurately rated.
you don't hear it as much.
Fair point. I agree with that actually. That makes sense. So, all right, you good?
I yield, unless anyone else has anything to say about Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time.
No, other than that,
Singing
it's
having a wonderful Christmas time.
it's
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
that era of Paul was very weird. Just saying that whole McCartney
Kind
two
of
album.
was.
But anyways, it's very synthesizer, new wave heavy. Anyways, Bill, you're number one.
Okay, my number one is I don't know if you guys have heard this one before. It's a Stevie Wonder song called What Christmas Means to Me.
I've been looking at that one.
It's been covered a lot, but the original one is very good. Go on.
Because okay, this one doesn't get a lot. I hear it on the radio every holiday season, like here and there, but
It's not dominant.
it's not dominant. It's just I think what's so great is Stevie Wonder is just listing all the things he loves about Christmas. Like especially when you hear the dun 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 candles burning low, lots of mistletoe, and then and then it's just he just you can hear he's just listing telling you what he loves about Christmas. And he's just having so much fun doing it. And the rhythm, the music is just the all these things and more. And he just keeps going, all these things and more. And then that's what Christmas means to me, my love. And then it's just so much fun. Like no one can do this like the great Stevie Wonder. Like
No,
with this Motown type music, he is just absolutely it is just absolutely great. It's just such a fun song. It has such you just want to clap and dance to it while you hear it. You just want to dance to it at your Christmas party when they play it. It is just such a fun song. It is just such a fun Christmas song. And I love this song. Every time it comes on, when the times it does come on my Light FM station, I do have to turn it up. It is so much fun. It is so cool. So yeah, that is my number one most underrated Christmas song, What Christmas Means to Me by Stevie Wonder.
hmm,
All right, J-Man, take us home.
All right, I'll take us home with one. All right, a little bit of a backstory with everyone here for a second. Not super long, I promise. But when I was, I want to say, old enough to think, let's put it, probably 4 or 5 years old. I was young enough to remember this. Young enough, but old enough at the same time, if you will. My dad and I have a very special bond with this. I joke, it's funny, the song came on shuffle the other day, and I was on our Christmas playlist that I made. And I was listening to it the other day. I said, Dad, do you want to pick me up and dance to this? Because he used to pick me up when I was a lot younger and a lot smaller. And he picked me up and he would dance with me to a song by Harry Connick Jr.
hmm.
called oh dear God, what is the name of it? That's right, that's what it's called. It must have that's not a word, been old Santa Claus. This
Wow.
is a great. Okay, okay. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, good for you. I've been waiting to bring up Harry Connick Jr. to the Super Review Show for a long time. But this, if you've never heard the Harry Connick Jr. When My Heart Finds Christmas album from 1990, I think 3 or 4. Oh my God. You're missing out on everything, ladies and gentlemen. The radio stations will, like, your Light FM, your adult contemporary stations might play this. If I say this about a lot of albums on our show, on the Super Review Show. But dear God, if you have never heard the Harry Connick Jr.'s When My Heart Finds Christmas album from start to finish, it is a Christmas masterpiece, Harry Connick Jr. He's so young in this photo too. For those of you who haven't seen this, good for you. Just get on it. But it must have been old Santa Claus. It's about it's again it's a song that tells a story. It tells a story about how you have a boy on Christmas Eve. Santa comes. He flies around with him and he drops him back off at his house. And then the end of the song is when I woke up Christmas morning while it was clear and bright. My parents said my window had blown open in the night. And they asked me where I got my big red hat. And they said it must have been the cat. And they asked me where I got my big red hat. Yeah, yeah. It's like Frank's. If you put Frank Sinatra Christmas music in 1993 and you have Harry Connick Jr. sing it, that's what you get. I love this. This is one of the most underrated Christmas albums, songs in general, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never heard Harry Connick Jr.'s "When My Heart Finds Christmas," you are missing it. There's a couple of other renditions of "Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow" or "Sleigh Ride" or whatever. But dear God, people, if you've never heard the renditions of this of the his like "I Pray on Christmas," my God, you're missing out, ladies and germs, you're missing out. You are missing out on a great album of this incredible, like jazzy, orchestra filled Christmas album that barely gets the light of day anymore, truthfully. And it's so underutilized and underplayed during the holiday season. So I had to shed some light on this one. But my number one, most underrated Christmas song, ladies and germs, is Harry Connick Jr.'s "It Must Have Been Old Santa Claus." That's my number one. But I don't think you've ever heard this song, have you?
I have never heard this song.
Oh, it's very funny and it's fun. But Harry Connick Jr. delivers. I don't think Ali has either. But like, listen, this one is great. Check it out if you have the chance to. I personally recommend this whole album. "When My Heart Finds Christmas." It also has one of the only New Year songs I can think of too. Like what are you doing New Year's Eve? It's on
Oh, I've heard that song before.
it's on this record. So yeah, great song, great artist Harry Connick Jr. We love you. I think that's gonna do it for us guys, right?
I think that's it.
Yep.
We went through our list. We did everything we had to do tonight. We want to thank you
It's
for.
twice.
They did. They checked it twice, and we found out if everyone was naughty or nice because Santa Claus is coming to town. Everyone.
Yes, he is. And don't be blue. Guess what? We got more. We got more holiday extravaganza coming up in the next few weeks.
Yes,
Yep.
we're coming up with more topics for our mixed bag shows for the next few weeks. However, just a fair warning, everyone, Christmas is on a Wednesday this year, so we're not having a show that week because Christmas Eve is like that Tuesday, and we want to do it on
Wait, we're
Thursday.
not having a show on Christmas Day?
What gave it away? I'm giving you guys the holiday break off. Come on,
No.
Christmas.
Hey, some of us want to spend time with our families on Christmas, Alley.
Just saying. We'll figure that one. I lean towards no, but we'll talk about this off air.
I'm.
No.
We'll talk about
Bill
this
says
off
no.
air. But yeah, because we don't like to give you all the politics on air.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
lot of like behind the scenes stuff, BTS, whatever.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, guys, we want to thank you for watching, listening, however you enjoyed us tonight. Thanks so much for tuning to our podcast. As always, Ali, thank you for joining us. I know you've been busy, but thank you, of course, for jumping on. Bill, you have something with sports and Giants and Jets.
Sports Insanity Podcast. Check us out. We're on all platforms. Check out the Sports Insanity Network as as the suffering continues for the New York Football Giants.
Oh, we're just gonna pray for a first draft pick.
Let's just get a first round pick now. Yay. First number one pick. Yay.
It's like,
Yeah.
yahoo, yippee, everyone.
The New York in the first pick of the 2025 NFL draft, the New York Giants select Cam Ward, quarterback, University of Miami.
He's calling it already. There you go.
But there's one football team that's giving me hope right now.
Which one, Bill?
Notre Dame.
Yes, of course. Bill and his Notre Dame. What can we say?
Because he saw me on Saturday and Notre Dame beat USC, and I was.
He was screaming. And I kid you not, my cousin went to USC, so sorry. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, you're still a good guy, but nah.
Anyways, we
Yeah.
got to end the show before
Nah, you heard me, Allie. Nah.
Bill, no need to nah. All right. Anyways, all right. You Sports Insanity Podcast, check them out there and available on all platforms. Thanks so much for tuning into our podcast. But for all of us here at the Super Review Show, stay safe.
Take care.
It's
And
December.
And be awesome.
be awesome and happy December, everyone. We'll see you guys
Happy
next week.
Festivus.